Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and with Avengers Endgame behind us and looking ahead past Spider-Man Far From Home, Marvel fans have now found ourselves in an unfamiliar sensation: uncertainty. What comes next in the MCU is still very much a mystery, and not a fun mystery like Skrull Search or Spidey Duck Hunt. I just feel so helpless. Marvel Studios has announced it will be returning to Hall H at Comic-Con this month, during which Kevin Feige will presumably make a little cameo to announce the Marvel Phase 4 lineup and schedule, just like he did in October 2014, back when we all still believed Feige about that Inhumans movie that never happened. A little oops there. I'm gonna break down what that lineup revealed at Comic-Con might be, and everything we know at this point about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, the most immediate release that we're waiting for information about is Disney's upcoming streaming service, Disney+, which will launch on November 12th, 2019. There are currently 5 Marvel-related series that will stream on Disney+. Falcon and Winter Soldier will begin production in October 2019 and is set to premiere on the service in August of 2020. It'll star Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, and could, for all we know, feature Old Man Cap or younger alternate reality Caps. There will also be Marvel What If, an anthology series based on the hypothetical premise spin-off comics that will also come out within the first year of the service, with a pilot episode focusing on what if Peggy Carter received the Super Soldier Serum. There's also WandaVision, a series with Scarlet Witch and Vision that'll begin production in fall 2019 as well, and the Loki series was announced, with Rick and Morty writer Mike Waldron to produce, with the premise being Loki affecting events throughout human history, and this will come out in the second year of the service, probably sometime in 2021. Meanwhile, we are still waiting on details for an untitled Hawkeye series that sounds like it'll feature Clint Barton mentoring Kate Bishop. But when it comes to major theatrical releases, the only movie Marvel has in production from what we know is Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson will star as Natasha Romanoff in what will likely be a 2006 prequel in Budapest, co-starring Florence Pugh, probably as rival spy Elena Belova, as well as Rachel Weisz, David Harbour, Otif Egbinle. Characters like Hawkeye and Nick Fury could also make cameos. Kate Shortland is directing, and this could be the movie that Marvel planned for its mystery May 2020 release. Originally, that was going to be Guardians Volume 3, but the James Gunn drama delayed that release, so a more likely release date for Black Widow would probably be November 2020. The next movie in the Marvel pipeline is The Eternals. In the Marvel comics, the Eternals were an offshoot of the process that created sentient life on Earth. The Celestials created the Eternals initially to defend Earth, and it led to a war between the Eternals and the Deviants. Angelina Jolie will star as Cersei in a plot that has been described as a love story with the character Icarus, who's going to be played by Richard Madden, aka Robb Stark from Game of Thrones. Also joining the cast will be Kumail Nanjiani, Ma Dong-seok, and Selma Hayek. Chloe Zhao is directing, and it's speculated that this could release sometime in summer 2021. Moving on, the next movie that we know about is the second Black Panther film. Director Ryan Coogler is returning, and the plan is to start production in late 2019 or early 2020, which could mean a February 2021 release. Remember, in Avengers Endgame, the first characters to portal into that final battle were who? T'Challa, Shuri, and Okoye, so that could be a sign for these characters being the priorities for Marvel's future. Next, we also know that a second Doctor Strange film is in the works. Scott Derrickson will direct once again, and C. Robert Cargill is coming back to work on this script. Production is set to begin in 2020, and this could be another summer 2021 release, or perhaps a November 2021 release. After the first Doctor Strange came out in 2016, Derrickson said that he was interested in Nightmare as a future villain. And if you follow Derrickson on Twitter, which I highly suggested, he's a fascinating follow, he tends to post some cryptic horror influences of his and images from the Doctor Strange comics that could indicate some kind of cosmic horror for the Sorcerer Supreme, perhaps a journey into hell itself. Another Marvel film in the pipeline is Shang-Chi, with Destin Daniel Cretton directing, and David Callahan writing the script that the goal is to avoid Asian stereotypes that a direct adaptation of the comics might run into. Ludi Lin and Ross Butler are speculated to be considered for the lead role, and production will begin after production for the Eternals wraps. So we might be seeing a Shang-Chi movie dropping sometime early 2022. And that brings us to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, James Gunn has been rehired to direct, but thanks to all that stupid drama last summer, production was delayed to give James Gunn time to direct Suicide Squad 2 for DC, and time for the rest of the cast schedules to line up, since this is very much an ensemble movie and everyone needs to have time to work together. I'm thinking we might be looking at a summer 2022 release for this one. Now, coming out of Endgame, it was suggested that it could be a possible as Guardians of the Galaxy team up with Thor, but James Gunn tweeted to stop calling it as Guardians of the Galaxy, which might mean Thor won't be in this movie, or Gunn just doesn't like puns in the title. Gunn has said that he wants the third movie to focus on the mystery of Rocket's origin, perhaps related to the character the High Evolutionary. And of course, after that post-credits scene from Volume 2, Adam Warlock will almost certainly factor into the story. And of course, we know at some point there will be a third Tom Holland Spider-Man film, probably with some home-related title like, I don't know, Can't Go Home Again, who knows. We could see that as early as summer 2021, with another 2-year gap considering Far From Home came out 2 years after Homecoming. Now, the post-credits scene for Far From Home indicates a possible direction the third movie could go. Go check out my breakdown of the post-credit scenes for details on that. And similarly, we'll probably get a second Captain Marvel film, which the Far From Home post-credit scenes also might have shed some light on. Again, check out that breakdown. But I'm guessing the second film will introduce the adult Monica Rambeau, aka Spectrum, who was established as a child in the first one. All of this said, Kevin Feige would be nuts if he didn't plan on some major tentpole crossover film, considering Phase 3 included Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. My bet is that we will be seeing an Avengers Secret Invasion announcement, maybe Secret Wars, and/or an introduction of the Fantastic Four. And along with these other titles I mentioned, there are several Marvel characters that Kevin Feige has brought up as possible future films. This includes Nova, whom Feige has named and director Adam McKay mentioned as a film being developed. Feige has also mentioned Kamala Khan, who will be the future first Muslim American superhero in the MCU. Legion showrunner Noah Hawley has said that he's written a Doctor Doom script that Marvel Studios is still in discussions with him about. And according to reports, some character in this new Marvel Phase 4 will probably be played by Keanu Reeves. But who? I think we should launch a new investigation series, Keanu. If you don't love the title, don't bother saying so in the comments because this is already a thing, folks. So what do you think the mystery May 2020 Marvel release will be? And what major Avengers tentpole event do you want to happen in Phase 4? Comment down below with your thoughts. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Erik Voss, and subscribe to New Rockstars for breakdowns and theories about everything Marvel related. Thank you for joining me, and back with a little cameo. What I say about making fun of me? Feige, not again.